More and more grandparents are raising their grandchildren for over the past decade, and with it comes challenges, especially housing and support. Here in New York, there's a special housing complex that helps grand families, as they're known, meet those challenges. Jennifer Bisram shows us how in this Cost of Caregiving report.
You sure?
Yeah.
In the kitchen with Rosalie Winter and her 13-year-old granddaughter, Aaliyah.
That's why you cover it.
Cooking is one of many things the 77-year-old grandma has been teaching her while raising her.
At first, when she was much younger, it was harder because I have to take her to the babysitter, goes to work, pick her up.
Winter became Aaliyah's caregiver when she was in her 60s. Aaliyah was just 6 months old.
I didn't realize it was so much. I was always saying, I don't know how long I can do this.
Many seniors like Winter have been taking on a second act of parenting after losing a child to death, addiction, or incarceration. In Aaliyah's case, her mother battled drug addiction when Aaliyah was born. Aaliyah was placed in foster care as an infant until her grandma, who she now calls Mommy, stepped in.
She's always here for me.
Yeah.
And she's always there for important times.
According to the American Society on Aging, over 2 million grandparents across the country are primary caregivers to their grandchildren. In New York State, there are over 120,000 grandparents who are the kinship caregivers. And here in New York City, about 250,000 children are being raised by relatives, mainly grandparents. Aaliyah and her grandmother have been living in a grandparent family apartment in the Bronx for over 2 years. It's a 50-unit building designed specifically for grandfamilies with a social worker on site 24/7. Shalonda Reed is the building manager.
At this point in your life, you're not supposed to be parenting. You're supposed to be enjoying life. And it's hard to raise a child at that stage in your life.
The West Side Federation for Seniors and Supportive Housing is the organization behind the program, which is financed through public and private funding. It was started in 2005, and the building that houses grandfamilies is still the only one of its kind in the 5 boroughs.
How do you look at a senior or a child in need of something and you don't help? That's hard to do.
Advocates say more living spaces, financial support, and resources are needed to take care of the growing grandfamily population. Is there help for grandparents who are caregivers?
It is, but you have to go out there, and it's not as plentiful as it should be. The social workers here will help them get the children enrolled in school, also with medical benefits, medical doctors themselves, finding the services that they might need.
The building is more than an address. It's a home with shared stories and helping hands.
Because I know I'm not alone in this situation.
The grandparent as well as the child still see the family unit together somewhat. You know, they get that love.
Back in their Bronx apartment, spoken like a true grandma from the Caribbean.
The difficulty is just to let you listen and understand what life is all about.
But Winter shares her granddaughter is also starting to take care of her.
If I tell her to do something, she'll do it. At night, she will say, Grandma, why don't you go lay down? Why don't you go sleep?
Aaliyah says her grandmother has been her guiding light. What has given you the strength to take care of Aaliyah all these years?
Just pray and have faith. If I'm not around, whatever I teach her, can carry her through.
Caregiving across generations. Jennifer Bisram, CBS News, New York.
Jennifer covers aging and caregiving. If you have a story or a program for her to look into, scan the QR code on the screen. And for grand family resources and for Jennifer's previous reporting on the cost of caregiving, head over to our website, cbsnewyork.com. Such great reporting there by Jennifer.
Great reporting.